Testing, testing. All right, let's go ahead and open up this thing. So first, let's start with the elephant in the room. Main menu. So we have returned to 20K in on the NQ. All of my patience and all of that meant nothing. For I thought it was going to continue to come down a little bit, but we have returned back up to 20K. Which is, the opportunity was there in this dip. Let me go over here to the larger time frame. The opportunity was there in the dip. I took trades on things that are now very green for me, but I did miss one that I really wanted in that dip, which was XOXL. Yeah, and now XOXS is back under 20 and XOXL is at $12 when it was down there at $6 a couple of 2 weeks ago or something. This is April 6th, 7th, $6.89 all the way, and has doubled that price now. Oh well. My other investments are still nice and green, still pearly white, so I'm okay with that. Um, this morning I saw NAOV up. That was the only small cap that I saw up. It has 7 million shares traded, up 67%. Let's go and look at the news on this one. Vibronics Inc. Common stock NAOV press releases. Last news was on April 11th. It says that it regains NASDAQ compliance. And so no recent news for today. Let's go to NAOV over here. Ooh, McDonald's earnings miss. Let's go look at McDonald's too. But this one first, NAOV. All right, go to the profile. All right, so this one is it focuses on non-invasive biological response activating devices that target wound healing and pain therapy, can be administered at home without the assistance of medical professionals. Its product portfolio includes UroShield, an ultrasound-based product that is designed to prevent bacterial colonization and biofilm in urinary catheters. So it's catheters. Okay. This one is out of Tyler, Texas. It was incorporated in 2003. I think the biggest news is that it's going to be the NASDAQ today bouncing up like that. Let's go back to Yahoo Finance. Okay, McDonald's earnings miss. What did it drop to? Let's see, McDonald's. What's McDonald's ticker? Well, I guess it's right here, MCD. Okay, so it has dropped only $3 drop. That ain't bad. Thought it drop like a lot, but no. Okay, so let's go and see about back to Yahoo Finance. China signals U.S. reached a kickoff, or China signals U.S. reached out to kick off tariff talks. Downbeat GDP offers two views. GM cuts 2025 profit forecast as tariff results in up to $5 billion impact. Tesla denies it's looking to replace Musk. CVS post Q1 earnings beat. Musk Doge should definitely examine Federal Reserve costs. Eli Lilly beats Q1 profit estimates on strength of diabetes drug. U.S. stock futures jump after Microsoft Meta earnings beats. The month that Trump blinked on trade. Okay. Howmet Aerospace lives 2025 profit forecast. See, there's a lot of good and better news on this one now, and the biggest one is that this happened. China and the U.S. Are coming to talks, right? And so we see this big bounce back up to the end, to the 20,000s. Now, let's switch over. Let's switch gears because I'm not seeing anything on small caps. Let's switch to our dividends over here. Let me show you some interesting ones that I actually ended up finding. Not this one. Let's open. I'm gonna drag this over. Okay, so Tesla. No, not Tesla. Two of the ones that I saw recently, or three of the ones that I saw recently. One is WNC. Another one is PDM and HBI. And I will explain all of these real quick. These are some of the dividend plays that I'm looking at. So let's start with the cheapest one first then. So we'll go HBI. And let's see. Okay, HBI is Hanes brand. Hanes is down to $4.59. I've been watching this and I was just wondering, wonder what it's going to be doing into the future. When I looked at the monthly chart on HBI, this thing has went down to $1 before and bounced all the way to 34, down to 8, bounced to 20. And so I'm looking at this and I'm like, I wonder how will it ever reach 20 bucks again, right? This is Hanes. This is like the kind of like undergarments type apparel. And I've been looking at it. It's been coming down, and it actually hit my scan because it came down here within this lower section of its move. Now that's not saying I'm just going to jump in and buy it. I'm just saying I'm keeping my eyes on it to see how low it wants to go on Hanes. Second one, or actually before I do that, let's go and look into some more statistics here. All right, Hanes brand provides detail for first quarter 2025 earnings announcement and investor conference call, April 2023. Bonds, Aussie underwear, all that good stuff. All right, so let's look at holders, institutional holdings. So we can see there are a lot of big names holding Hanes. Some people have sold out, some people are still holding, but on the number one list, the biggest holder is BlackRock. They have increased their holdings as of December 31st. Now, Pacer Advisors has sold quite a bit of its holdings. Vanguard is also holding about 40 million, and then on down the list, right? So I'm interested in a dip on this one to see if it ever returns to highs. The other thing, let me go to dividends. It has paid dividends once in its lifetime, right? Or maybe not once, but a couple times in its lifetime. So looking at HBI, come on now. Hanes brands, go ahead to payouts. We can go out to, and this is dividend.com. We go out to view all payments. So back in 2020 or 2013, it started to pay this small little dividend, right? Small little dividend, and then it went up to 10 cents, went up to 11 cents, and then just got really consistent after 2017 with the 15-cent payout, right? I was looking at this, I was like, if they get their financials, if they increase their investor sentiment through increasing revenue or restructuring, this could come back. So the last dividend that they paid out was 15 cents qualified dividend quarterly. and that was in 2022. So let's go look at the chart at 2022. So it's been trading for quite a while. Got a nice little bit of history, at least 10 years of history. And in 2022 here is when it was last paying out that dividend right over in here. And so now we have dropped from 15 all the way to 459. I'm like, interesting. I want to continue to just monitor it in this level and see how low I can get shares in it. Now, like I said, it paid dividend in the past. It doesn't mean that it's going to pay it in the future very quickly. It is a lower volume now that it has stopped the dividend. But we'll see where it drops to. Like I said, it's just on the watch list. Now let's go to the next one. PDM is the next one. So PDM, I saw hit the scans, and let's go and read about it. PDM. Okay. This one, we go over here to profile. PDM is a realty trust. It is an owner, manager, developer, and redeveloper and operator of high quality class A office space or office properties located primarily in major U.S. Sunbelt markets. The company is fully integrated, self-managed real estate investment trust with local management offices in each of its markets and is investment grade rated by Standard & Poor's and Moody's. The company was designated an Energy Star Partner of the year 2021, 2022, 2023, and it was the only office headquartered in the Southeast to receive those designations. Approximately 85% of the company's square footage is Energy Star certified, and nearly 70% is LEED certified. Piedmont is headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Those Georgia boys, huh? So I was watching this one as well. Where did I go? Dividends. This is another one that does a quarterly dividend. And let's go to PDM. And again, this is one that I'm just watching right now. Have not taken any shares in it. Let's go all the way down. So it started paying out a dividend down here in 2010. Or no, declared date, yeah, 2010. Non-qualified dividend for the quarterly was 31 something cents, 20 cents, 21 cents, 20, 50 cents. And it just kind of floats around that whole 21 cents, right? Or until 2022. Then it starts to decline. 2023 down to 12 cents, 12 cents, 12 cents. So we look at this chart. I was looking at how consistent it was during this time, during what is this, 2010 all the way out to pretty much 2020, when it took this first dip and then kind of some sentiment came in there and it just continued down. So I'm wondering, can it get back up to this consistent level if the markets and everything else stabilize, right? 2020 was COVID and it just never recovered from COVID. Now, again, these are office spaces. So basically people that are wanting to get back to the office or get back to those types of things, or just buy office spaces to rent, because everybody isn't just sitting in an office. Some people just like to rent for meetings, rent for, different types of events and things like that. You don't have to just get these offices just to work 9 to 5, right? But anyway, it has dropped down here to this 591. I'm looking at this this bottom level around this 491, see how it reacts. And if there's a good reaction, I might pick up some shares and take that little dividend with me. And usually I start slow on these types, especially if it's already looking like it's in a downtrend. Start really slow around the bottom and then just build up a position. The next one is WNC. WNC. that popped up on the scans. So let's go over here and look at this one. Actually, did I look at PMD? Did I look at the holdings? Okay, well, we'll look at the holdings real quick. So we got Vanguard, BlackRock in that thing, holding a couple million. Behind them, we have Charles Schwab is another name that's pretty big. State Street Corporation, not I don't know too much about them. Top mutual fund holders, they're in the Vanguard Specialized, Vanguard Index Fund, iShares Trust. And it's crazy that the Vanguard, they can get these shares and put them, you know, in all of these different funds that you can invest in. And you can invest in this and other things at the same time. But I'm looking at this by itself to collect that divvy. Now, you know, these funds you can go and look up and invest in the individual funds. But, you know, that's just not what I'm trying to do. WNC, Wabash National Corporation. Okay. This one, whoops, let's go to profile. So profile, we got Wabash National Corporation manufactures engineered solutions and services for transportation, logistics, and infrastructure industry in the United States. The company operates through two segments: transportation solutions and parts and services. It offers dry van trailers, platform trailers, refrigerated trailers, stainless steel and aluminum tank trailers, and used trailers, dry freight truck bodies, cargo bodies, all this stuff, insulated, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the company also operates aftermarket parts, steel flatbed bodies, truck body mounting, shelving for packaging delivery, partitions, roof racks, hitches, thermal solutions, all of this good stuff, right? But the biggest thing that I was looking at was this right here, steel and aluminum, and also steel here. And let's see, do we see steel anymore? It offers maintenance, blah, 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 sales, develops, digital market space. Okay, so I was thinking about the steel market. During this tariff time, steel was a major concern for a lot of companies, especially companies that manufacture parts and things like this company does. Now that steel has been, well, from what we know, steel has been excluded from the tariff talks. It's one of those things, just like microchips, that has been deemed necessary enough not to be super tariffed, right? And so I was thinking on this one, you know, if steel starts to come back up, and during this whole trade talk thing or whatnot, you can see that it was up at what's this, May 2024, and then right into 2025 here, you see this fall off. So from $20 all the way down to $6.91, and that is, you know, primarily due to the whole steel thing that I was just talking about. And so I'm seeing this thing come down, and it's coming down to this bottom of 659. Had a bottom all the way down there at 50 cents at one point. And so I'm just watching this thing play around and see what it wants to do, see if I can get some entries. But this one also pays a little dividend as well. We go over here to here. And let's see, so WNC. And these are all American based companies as well. So let's go Wabash. We'll go to the payouts. All right, so they've been paying out dividends since 1993. Started way down at 1 cent. 1 cent, and then they just have been building it out. 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, all the way up to now. And I just expect them to continue to increase their dividend. But anyway, those are the ones that I've been looking at. Again, I was waiting on SOXL, but yeah, the market jumping up back to 20,000 is definitely going to put a damper in that. Let me switch back over to the day trade. Just looking through a couple of dividends here. And over here on, oh, wait a minute, cheapskate. Let's save that. Over here on today, we're still looking. The only one that I see still is NAOV with that weak catalyst talking about it regain compliance. And this is what it's looking like. So it's come up here to 530 multiple times. One big explosion after 653 came right back down to 530. So I'm guessing there are probably some bag holder. Wait, what time was this? 3 o'clock in the morning? Wow. Big old shoot up and then came right back down. 3 o'clock. Well, I'm on Central Standard Time, so 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, but man, 4 times fell in that level and now is right at that 484 level. Good morning, Lori Lee. We're looking around and I'm expecting there to be a lot, either a lot of gap ups because of this market here, jumping over. And we've been looking at this level 19,400 multiple times. And I was trying to figure out, is this thing holding that support or resistance? What is this thing doing? And today we get confirmation that this thing is definitely support. Came down here one last time, tested it 9 times in the past. And on that 19,400, came down to 19,000 and just ripped back through, ripped the face off of everything because of that news from China and in the U.S. Trade talks. Right over here. China signals U.S. has reached out to kick off trade talks. So that is some good news, and things have definitely bounced back up. Let me go look at some of the movers that usually follow the market. So let's go look at Tesla. Tesla from yesterday went down to 271 and now it's back up to, so not really a huge gap. Maybe the gap hasn't happened yet on Tesla. Let's look at Nvidia. Wow. 106 up to 114. AMD. And these are the tech stocks. A lot of these tech stocks did put out earnings news as well. Going from 96 up to 100. What's another one? Good morning, Ghost Win. What's another one? AMD, Nvidia, SMC. That one dropped actually. It dropped in the past week or so. Dropped to 28 bucks and now has come back up to 32. What's another one? SMC, AMD, Palantir, PLTR. Big old push up there to the 120. What else? Palantir. Let's see what AT&T is doing. AT&T, not much motion. What about XRX? What's my Xerox doing? Is it still? Oh, well, that's still green. Okay. Let me think. What else? AT&T, Intel. I know it's probably above 20 bucks. Yep. Man, just won't fall for me. What else? I know who was that? Mike D in the Discord. He always calls out leg. He's been holding leg forever. It did gap up from 7 bucks up here to 9 bucks. Leggett and Platt. But yeah, as of small caps though, we're seeing this one, and I think I already looked at the news for it. I think NAOB. Nanovibronics. News from back on April 11th, it just regained NASDAQ compliance. Ooh, look at this daily chart. Let me switch over here. Look at this. Now, this looks nasty. Okay, so Nanovibronics popped up here to 16, came back down, popped to 869, was headed down into this level of 277. Let me go look at what this I already did. It's catheters. That's what the news was. Catheter. I need to take notes of that because I'm gonna forget. Catheter news. I promise. It's like you do this research and you really need to take notes because I forget during the day. I'll come back and look. I'll be like, what is nanovibronics? Did I see that this morning? But if I take notes, I can easily go over there, look at it, and be like, oh, that's why. Okay. I see. Profile. Yeah, this is the one. So based out of Tyler, Texas, does catheters and things like that. News from last month on NASDAQ regaining NASDAQ compliance. So let's put this one NAOV on here. And it is urinary catheter, whole bunch of catheter talk in here. I just put it's a biotech, right? Healthcare, medical devices. Not really a biotech. I just put keyword catheter. Anyway, that's the only one I'm seeing for the small cap world. Maybe it'll get a little bit more spicy during the day. We went over the dividends that I've kind of recently ran into. Haven't taken positions in them yet, but just have looked over them, see what they're paying out. And all I'm doing is just getting an accumulation of dividends. So just adding to what I already get on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis. And I like to kind of space them out and just get payments all throughout the month. And at the end of the month, it really adds up. So that's why I look for those dividends to get in on them and let them work for me like employees. NLV still doing its thing down here, not moving at all. Where's the excitement? Where's the the bloodlust and all of that stuff? We're not seeing it. It's got 8 million shares. Something's got to be coming up behind it though. Maybe it'll pop up on the scans when it reaches a specific volume or something, but just not seeing it right now. Anyway, we're coming up on the 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, which would be 8 o'clock for the New York Stock Exchange or whatever. McDonald's earnings miss. U.S. stock futures jump. Okay, we already looked at those. Let's look at. Oh yeah, we do need to look at crypto. It is a new month, isn't it? Latest crypto Bitcoin news. Bitcoin could soar. This company just bought 1.4 million of Bitcoin. Just seeing a little cheaper one pop up. TRNR up 18%. It's not even over $1 yet. Has 5 million shares traded and 19%. Let's look at what it's got going on. Does it have any news to spur it on for the day? Let me go to here. TRNR. I think we've seen this one before, actually, maybe. An hour ago, Interactive Strength Inc. update shareholders on 2025 progress to date. Acquisitions are on track and progressing from signing to closing. Guidance of 65 million plus in pro forma revenues remains in place. It is a maker of innovative specialty fitness equipment under the CLMBR and FORME brands and pending acquirer of sports tech and Watt Bike. Today provided an update to its shareholders. The company confirmed both its acquisitions are on track to complete successfully and well within standard cross-border deal closing timelines. TRNR also reiterated its 2025 pro forma revenue expectations of more than 65 million and noted that it expects to provide shareholders with an update on Sports Tech's strong financial performance so far this year. Okay, so TRNR, I mean, it's 76 cents. I mean, we'll see. And it's only up 17%. Maybe it pushes more. I don't know. But had this little pop here, 63 all the way up here to 89. Little pop here to 85. It has news on the day, but already looks a little choppy. Let's go look into some more statistics on it. TRNR. Right. Statistics. It's a low float or a lower float. Looks like float of 7.95 million. Held by insiders very low. Institutions very low. So I'm guessing nobody big is on this one. Let's see. Go to holders. Profile first. Okay, 2017, headquartered in Austin, Texas. We just read all of this. Let's go to holders. Connective Capital Management has 11K. UBS Group AG has 10K. So nobody with the Bank of America reported 6 shares. That is some low confidence there. Wow. Clear Street, 1 share. Why even report? I mean, okay, yes, they reported it, but 1 share, bro. What's the price of this? 77 cents, and you. Oh my goodness, 77 cents, and they got one. That is very funny, actually. All right, so let's go over here to. I'm not even gonna look in it too much anymore, man. They got some weak news on the day. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing. They got 5 million shares traded, but yeah, NAOV. NAOV has the potential to give more range. The only thing is it needs some catalyst behind it. Moved from $3 to, it looks like I already looked at this back on 3/14. What's today's date? The 1st. So I looked at this last month quite a bit. And but yeah, this one isn't as exciting as it probably should be. Good morning, Donnell. Boy, boy, boy. NQ all the way up here. So it is above the ATR high. So I'm thinking bullish until it breaks. It's going to need to break down 19,850 for me to be like, oh man, this thing's either going into consolidation. If it breaks all the way through, then I'm going to think if it gets below ATR low here of, what is this? 19,147. I'm going to be like, all right. Actually, this is no pre-market. This is ATR, this one. 19,807 around here. Yeah, so we'll see about that. But very, very bullish move. All of my dividends and all that stuff is good. Oh, I forgot we're gonna look at crypto. Let me flip over here to trading view here. What you doing, Bitcoin? What's the move? 96,000. Everything nice and green. And And all of these stocks here, either I've done work on the projects for these crypto, or I just like the project, what they had going. Couple that I was kind of interested in, like Pro USD is a real estate crypto. Another one was Alio. They have a lot of implications in cybersecurity that I like. Dymo is working with automobiles and things, so Dymo is kind of new, really new. Um, let's see what else. Matic. Let's see. File USD. That's like a file storage, cloud storage type crypto. Atom. Whole lot of things are built on Atom. It is Solana based. Let's go look at Solana. Solana came down to about $100 and popped back up. So I invested in things that are following it. But this is looking good for the beginning of the month, but it is the beginning of the month, right? Now we know that the market just came back up to 20K, so I'm wondering will people kind of balance their portfolio and get back into, or not get back into, I mean, they probably got into crypto down here, but continue to push this thing up back over 100K is the question. It is the question. NAOV fading back a little bit. 63% up, almost to 10 million shares traded here in the pre-market. It failed the 530 break multiple times. 1, 2 during. Wait a minute. When did the market open here? It looks like it was still trading. Let me see. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this is 12 o'clock. How did that even happen at 12? Some very weird things went on here before market open, and then it came up here into 3 o'clock and got a huge blast up and then came back down. Okay, so we'll be watching everything, seeing what competes with NAOV for the attention. Hopefully it ends up dumping and something strong with some strong catalyst comes out. Today is Thursday. Pretty much made it through half the week. Yesterday I did take one little stab at OHM. OHM is what I took a stab at. Took a stab on OHM and it could not hold up for me. So saw it kind of later on in the day. It made this little pop, came down into this little dissension area. I took a trade at 350-ish is what I was looking for it to hold. It popped up a little bit, and I was trailing my stop up, and it ended up stopping me out. So I was like, it's whatever. You know, I was looking for it. We had seen this one before early in the week, and everything else was weak on the day. Let me see, what day was this? This was the 29th that it had a pop, and then it started making this next move up, and I was like, okay, let's see if it can actually bundle up and try again to get to the 4. It could not, so I stopped out, and that was it. It's a very small loss. I think it's like $27 or something, but you know, $27 isn't gonna kill me. Okay, TRNR blasting towards the bottom of the ocean. So TRNR now only up 10% and headed down. Yeah, and this one just does not look good for any pre-market trading there. No big ups, big downs. All right, back over here on the NQ. Ghostwin says big move on Zcar. Zcar. So we got Zcar out here. Let's see. Let's do a little reading on it. What's it got going on for it? Zoomcar Holdings. Press releases. Zoomcar introduces prepaid vouchers, confirms its India first operating model unaffected by US India tariffs. That was on April 8th. Mobility pioneer Yuri Levine returns to Zoomcar as chairman to accelerate growth in India. Notice to potential creditors of Zcar. Morris announces investigation of Zoomcar Holdings Inc. How'd that go? How'd this investigation go? The law firm of Morris Canada, whatever, in connection with its disclosed defaults on multiple debt obligations owed to multiple lenders. Company has disclosed that since November 2023, it has been in violation of scheduled lease payment obligations to Avens Group, which has initiated the process of repossession of all vehicles and invoked a bank guarantee granted by Zoomcar. Okay. Further, as of December 31st, 2024, the company has defaulted on multiple other debt obligations totaling over 1 million owed to various lenders, including Kotak Mahindra Finance, Toyota Motors Finance Limited. Okay, so they got a little bit of investigation going on there, and a little bit of proof that they are a little bit behind on some of the things that they're doing. Okay, let's jump back over here. Zcar. Let's go look at its other statistics on Zoomcar. Zoomcar, let's go to statistics. Okay, so the float is under 1 million. Insiders are holding about 6.35%. Institutions are lower. Go to profile. Zoomcar Holdings operates a marketplace for car sharing in India, Indonesia, and Egypt. The company connects hosts with guests who choose from a selection of cars for use at affordable prices, promoting smart transportation solutions. Its platform offers vehicle searching and discovery, host and guest chat, vehicle and driver tracking, and rating services. In addition, the company provides software-enabled keyless entry application for host vehicles. Zoomcar Holdings was founded in 2013 and is based in Bengaluru, India. I probably destroyed that name. Anyway, yeah, they do have a couple of investigations going on, some defaults and things not being paid. So I don't know what that's going to do for it. Let's go and look at if it has any shelf registrations or things like that. Shelf registrations, none of that. None of that. Just got some S1s and some Ds. Okay. Zcar. Okay, this one also says the public float is under 1 million. Wow, percent short float shorted is 21%. Wow. Kind of heavy there, aren't they? Let's see, Zcar. Yeah, it kind of looks like a pump and dump ghost win. From what I see, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. See, I think those investigations got to clear out for that thing to really do something. I don't know if they've actually paid it back. I didn't see, usually when a company pays something back, it's big news for them. They're like, oh, we paid this off. We were in debt. We got out of debt. That's, catalyst. They want people to know that. But if they haven't paid it off yet, they just go silent. They're like, let's just not say anything. Let's stand in this corner until we get ourselves figured out. Okay. But what in the world? Isn't this weird? Insider owning is 9%, but insider transactions are up 337%. That's weird. Zcar. Let me see who's holding this. Who are holders on this one? Bet you won't see BlackRock in here. Nope. Okay, so the top holder is HRT Financial LP, reported 975 shares of this. Virtue, Royal Bank Canada. Yeah. Okay. So they're just doing their thing over there at Zcar. Up 119%. I'm wondering what's keeping this thing from popping up on my scan. It's got volume. Oh, it doesn't have enough volume. Okay, I see now. It does not. It's coming up on it, but it ain't there yet. Okay, so it moved from 430 all the way up here to 1047 at the top. So, we'll see what happens. Maybe people won't look into it that deep. And they'll be like, you know what? This is great. This thing's moving from, $4 to $9, and hopefully it doesn't halt down. But yeah, it doesn't have enough volume to come up on my scans yet. That's why I don't see it. But it is low float. Definitely is. Just in motion. Let's look at the larger time frame on this. So, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's been through a couple of reverse splits, because there's no way it was up at 15,000. Closed yesterday at 407 and is now up here at 901. Yeah, this little flat area here, 910. Yep. I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's gonna have to get a little bit more volume to eat onto my skin. But when it comes to excitement in the market, it is one that probably some people are looking at, being the only one that's straight up. Point of control, though, even with all the volume that it has right now, the point of control is still down here at 1443 on the 15-minute chart. So it needs a lot more volume. At this level here of the 928 that it hit up here and kind of came down. So we'll see what it wants to do in this level. Oh man, that's off. Okay, found a little struggle up in there. Anyway, if it's gonna become the number one, we'll see. Did a 20-to-1 reverse split. Very peculiar. I don't know why those insider transactions increase so much. Like 337% is a lot for a company that's under investigation, right? Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe that's normal. Okay, it's almost got enough volume here. It's going to be popping onto the scans here soon. Just not yet. Taking quite a little bit of a dip down there. Under 8. Kind of seems like some manipulation. Kind of seems a little shady. Like almost like they're trying to make money to pay these debts off today. just just sell on all retail, get the money, pay off that couple million, be good to go. And we don't know the extent of how much they haven't paid back. That's just what was reported. So it said that they have other things against him as well. So I'm wondering how much stuff is really cooked into the books. Wow, quite a move back down, huh? Still doesn't have enough volume. Almost there. Should be popping on any second now. Anyway, if you guys are seeing anything else, definitely throw it on the chat and we'll look into it. The good thing about things that move in pre-market, it gives you a whole bunch of time to kind of like be like, okay, is this good? Is this bad? You know, how do I want to attack this? Do I want to size down? Do I want to size up? And kind of just create a plan for the rest of the day for this stock, right? Or maybe you just don't want to touch it at all and be like, yeah, too risky, too risky. Hmm, still not enough. Thought it was gonna kind of speed up a little bit more, but looks like people are going and reading the old journal for this thing, and they're like, I don't know. Now some people do with hyper scalping. All they need to see is this upward move, and they just jump on, right? Um, no reading, no none of that, and they just jump on. And I mean that is a way to trade for sure, but you know, definitely make money if you take profit quickly because it did make a $4 move here. Is it going to hold up 8? Is it going to continue to drop? Giving a little hope around the 802s. Okay, so it definitely has enough volume now. Should be popping up in a second here. Yeah, it is a little heavy though, for sure. All right. This guy NQ probably gonna need to consolidate between 19,800 and where it is now. 19,850 was a previously. Oh, it's back up here. Let me increase this. So this is 4 times it's been up here. Hit it. 4 times previously tested. Bang, bang. And I made this mark on 325. So begin point, end point. Okay. Interesting. And it kind of slowed down right at the next point that it previously tested, which is this one. This one previously tested only one time, so get ready to increase that. It hasn't fully touched it yet, so I don't know if that's the actual point that it wants to get to. And AOV just selling on off. Both of them have pretty, well, one has catalysts, catheters and stuff like that, but it's just weak. Then one has investigations on it. So I'm wondering where that strength will be. Z car, yep, just got added. Okay. I know, I know. So it is in competition with NAOV right now, but NAOV has 9 million shares traded. This one only has 3. We'll see if it can catch up with NAOV and outlast it. If it does, then we know, and I want to see, if it's going to come back up here and test this level though. Can it get back to 10? Will people really get wild on it? At this point, I don't know how it's holding up 8 though. For real. May just be retail coming in here, catching this little dip, looking for a little throwback up. Because it's very rare that something goes straight up and comes straight down, right? Most things they'll give a little bit and they'll just walk down if they're low value. But I could be absolutely wrong and it could just explode right back down here to $5 because we have seen those types of drops before. Got that previous ATR high here at the $5. And so when it opens up the ATR high, if it keeps coming down, it may be around like maybe 7 or so. We'll see how far it drops. But it's definitely got a clear level of pushback up here above 930. The ATR closing yesterday was 88 cents. So how many times, how much larger is this move than 88 cents, right? So we moved from, I covered up my number, 435 up to 1044. Oh wow, little bit more action to the downside. 1044 minus 435. So $6 move. Okay. 6 divided by, what's that? 888. So about 6 times its ATR from yesterday. And a big red candle. So what would cause buyers to buy this thing back up with what we know right now? The lawsuits, the investigations, what would cause them to buy this all the way back up to 925? Bottom of this previous red candle is 763. Getting a little shaky here. A little shaky. I think it still has some room down in it. We'll see. 4 million shares traded, trying to catch up with NAOV. NAOV still has 9 million shares on board, which is crazy because NAOV had a crazy head start to get to 10 million. $8. There's a little bit of a war zone here. I don't know if $8 is trying to become resistance or support here. Anyway, it is 7:32. This is one of the days I need to commute, and it is raining outside, so I need to prepare to drive fast in the rain. No, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna take my time, get on to the office, and if you guys are not in the Discord yet, the Discord is where we continue conversations. We continue to watch whatever we do, call outs. We talk about everything from crypto, dividend, all of it. That link is in the chat for the Discord. You should be able to join in there. It's called what's it called in Discord? It's called, is it Market Watch? Let me see, what is it called? It's always open, so I'd never actually have to go to it. Where'd it go? Okay. It is called, yeah, Market Watch in the stock market hub. So we talk about dividends. We talk, especially Mike D. Mike D. He has bought everything in the market. Oh man. And so I'm always building out my dividend accounts as well, because that supplemental income, I mean, even if I'm not trading or whatever, it's still payments coming in all the time. So, and then we talk about day trading and everything like that. We have some options traders in there that talk about those ideas as well. So yeah, it gets busy. It gets busy in there. Anyway, I am about to get ready to get off of here and get ready to commute. I'm going to see if this becomes the number one stock on the day, or if something else wants to come alive with more volume, more action and all of that. But it's up 97, 99%. So with it being up almost 100%, eyes will be on Zcar for sure. So yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're gonna continue trading, which I'm sure y'all probably will, keep your head on the swivel. It was a little bounce back through that 8 shortly there. But yeah, I'm going to look at this again once I get to where I'm going. All right. I will see you guys next. Well, actually, I mean, if you're in the Discord, I'll see you in like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and out, something like that, in a little bit. But if you're in the stream and you're bugging out for the day, I will see you tomorrow on the pre-market. And as always, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. But I gotta go. See you in the next one. Peace. Let's see. Let's go.